Hi guys, it's Stephanie Grahams, the Memory Bear Business Coach. Get your free newsletter and free sewing business ebook at stephaniegrahams.com. So my daughters and I decided to visit a Hobby Lobby, and here we are going in. I'm looking for inspiration for a sewing studio, furniture, and decorating ideas. I didn't buy anything this day. I just basically wanted to see what was going on with the new trends. And so here we go, just walking through the store. I love the silk florals that they have. They always have such a nice variety. And I like to look at their ribbon. And the ribbon was on sale that day. Now, I like wired ribbon for making gift baskets, but I do not like the wire ribbon for the necks of the memory bears and other like stuffed toys. I like the more like silky, soft, non-wired ribbon pattern plays. These are all the tools and notions. These are some things that I use on a daily basis when I am sewing. They have a variety of scissors and rotary cutters. Basically find a pair of scissors that fit your hand and use that. I do have a yardstick that I keep. That set right there, I like that little notion set, seam ripper, trimmer, and the tiny little ruler. I can't remember the name for it, but anyways, I have several of those over the time. People have just given me gifts, and so I have a nice collection. That's my favorite seam ripper. I own one of those. I have a small one like that, and it's difficult to hold on to sometimes, but that larger green one is my favorite. Just again, find one that fits your hand, is comfortable to hold. These are some of the fancier needles that you might use depending on the type of memory bear you are going to sell. That was Taylor's chalk. I use Taylor's chalk all the time. That's just a fancy thing that holds to Taylor's chalk. I don't have one of those. I just hold it with my hands. There's a couple other things that I show you throughout the video that I hold up close that are my favorites. My favorite tools to use, I should say. I use that for transferring photos onto memory bears and the t-shirt blankets that I make. I just use a basic HP ink printer. Up there, I'm just showing you they have several kinds. They have transfers for dark fabric and transfers for light fabric. That says inkjet printer, and that's what I use. My HP is an inkjet. So make sure you know what kind of printer you're using and the type of ink you're using before you go and purchase this. It can be a pricey mistake. So definitely read more on it or reach out and ask me, and I can help you with that. There's all kinds of stabilizer. And if I show you one up close, that's probably the one that I use. Again, all my stuff is in storage right now because we are not in a permanent location at the time of this recording. There's all types of fabric. So all of these fabric adhesives, they aren't all my favorite, I should say. That one, that liquid stitch, is one that I use. It's not my favorite, but I do use it. That right there, fray check, that is my favorite for keeping the fabric from fraying. Just read the directions and know the fabric you're working with. And then there's another adhesive that I like. I should be showing that shortly. I use Velcro on some of the pockets that I make, the hidden pockets or the secret pockets. Then I have a video in the playlist showing how to add a pocket to your memory bear. That is really good for patches, and what I do is I put a little bit of that glue on the back of a patch and then I sew around the patch. That way, not only have I used the good glue, and that right there, Fabric Fuse, is perfect for so many projects when you're sewing. But anyways, what I do when I use these adhesives is, for example, if I have a patch, like a military patch, I put the adhesive on the back of the patch and I set it, and then I run my sewing machine around the patch. That way the patch is glued, but it's also sewn on, just for extra durability. I do have a rotary cutter, but it's not that one. I do use my rotary cutter quite often. I have a very large mat. It's bigger than that blue one there. And if you go through my playlist, I actually show the tools that I use. I have several grids, quilting grids. That wall of thread would be wonderful to have in the sewing studio, don't you think? Those are kind of like eyelets and snaps, and I use those for all kinds of projects. The bobbins I just showed you were universal, and I have probably 50 bobbins, and it still doesn't feel like I have enough bobbins. I try to keep them filled up with white and black thread at all times, but I just, you know how it is. You go through so many bobbins. Here we're looking at the pattern book, and I want to show you where to go for inspiration on what to start offering in your sewing business. You do not have to stick to just teddy bears. So right there I'm showing you crafts, home decor, and accessories. See these dolls? Those clothes can be adjusted to fit your memory bears. Alright, here's the fun part. Just hang back and look. These are all inspirational objects that you can offer in your business. Just be sure to read the fine print, because you do not want to be sued by the pattern maker. So find out what you can do and go from there. Now, what I'm showing you here is part of the green business. I was certified in Ohio in 2021 as a green business. You can take your loved one's favorite shirts or clothing that they can't wear and make it into an adaptive item. All right, so think about that for a little bit, if that's something you want to offer. These clothes, like I said, can be adapted, altered to fit memory bears or whatever it is you're sewing. Now, not all of these patterns are going to be good ideas to offer, but use your own judgment. Know what you like, know where your business is going, know who your ideal customer is. I think these would be adorable to offer. Again, read the permanent or the legal agreement on this pattern. Rag dolls, I made all of my daughters a rag doll when they were little as a keepsake. So here are some other ideas. Alright, so here we go. These are the bags that I use for my Memory Bear deliveries. I like these bags, they're so sturdy. They usually come in different colors and prints and patterns. I occasionally use this ribbon, and I make curly cues around the bag, you know, that once I put the bear in it. Tissue paper, I use that to line my boxes, and I also use large garbage bags or recycled packaging to line my boxes when mailing, that way they stay waterproof. I think this ribbon's beautiful. I've used this on memory bears. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, you're invited to see what's going on at stephaniegrams.com. I'm the Memory Bear Business Coach. I hope you like, subscribe, and leave a thumbs up for this video. Have a great day. Bye.